Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
First off, let me talk my... Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk. I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how that just happened, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody, this is stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing the cookies like hate it or love it, I just can't get enough. Labels keep calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said oh my apologies, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she... Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic, I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now I was just at Fridays, was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy. We got another one. Ha. Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry. Hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible.
National Football League. And we'll see Mike Gesicki. He comes into this one 5th in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Dolphins and the Texans. And it's all up next on EA.
Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick, and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
First play, Mills looking to pass. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, the underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw, his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. From midfield, here's Tua. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Tua going to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Here's Tua. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point being good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all kicked off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 30 on second down, Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little bit help here? And you have to ask directly because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
First down, Mills. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. After the sack on first down, Mills looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Holding offense.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. From the gun, it's Tua. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Under pressure, and down he goes. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
The Dolphins at 6-4 now in the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Tua to throw again. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the 1st quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one, and it was kept up by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken just shy of the 10. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And some room to run now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy. Unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. First and 10, it's Pierce. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second down, Mills. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 14. Just a 4-3. And he returns this to the...
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll drop to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Mills now looks to throw on first down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there 5 sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make...
To try again after the sack. Mills. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dolphins bring out an extra defensive back on third down. Throwing, Mills. He's got his man, it's Pierce. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans have broken the tie. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Miami set to take over.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 2 and now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion. And
from the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
2 are going to try and go quickly here. They'll run with Mostert.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand.
A 1st down throw for Mills.
That's caught by Howard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Mills on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mills.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Going for it with Pierce.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far, he's north of 100 yards receiving. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua and going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? They'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Lambo on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tua. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Tua going to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, 48 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point and good by Sanders. They're winning 7-0, 28-21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself.
He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. After the sack on 1st down, Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Handoff here to Ogunbowale. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mills Mechie hauls it in. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38.
Mills to throw it.
That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A gain of 13 yards. Okay, ready? First down, Houston.
Back to the ground with Pierce.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitz...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum.
kickoff now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now they're in the hurry up. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Tua sets up to pass it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 17-yard line. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Mostert is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They go play action. Mills.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here's Mills.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Javon Holland.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
A CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got it.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert punching it in from a yard away.
And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. It's a run with Mostert.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way now. It's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mills. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To try again after the sack. Tua.
And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how it affects things here in this fourth quarter.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Jalen Phillips able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one we're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw again on second down. Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Mills now. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A huge win defensively there on the sand, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Pierce. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and they're still left with a long 4th and goal. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 13. A minute 14 to go. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tagovailoa. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Tua to throw. He's got it complete to Waddle, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. Tua. He's going to let it fly. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Parsons' touchdown reception.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes...
It's another one. We got another one.